So after creating our first two visualizations, we now want to make our report page a little bit more interactive. Let's see what that is and how this works. So we have those visualizations and this looks nice, but there should be more that we can do in Power BI Desktop, right? Let's try that out. So if I select the right visualization, like this, and now press onto Asia, for instance, like that, then two interesting things are happening. The first thing is that the Asia column in our visualization where we selected it is kind of highlighted. And the maybe more impressive thing is that the left visualization also changed. We only can see the data for Asia right now in that visualization. Let's click onto Asia again. Now it is the same way it was before. And select Europe. It's the same behavior. We can also see that we now highlighted Europe right here. And we can also see the Europe development in our left visualization now. Why is this happening? Well, if you remember back the interface video, we had an option named Interactions. And we can find that as soon as we select a visualization, go to the Format ribbon, and now in that left part, right here. What if I click that? Did you see what changed? Let me do it again. And now focus on the line chart, so on the left chart. And I select it again. And what you can see right here is that we have two new symbols, right? This filter and this none symbol. What does this mean? Let's maybe select the none first, like this. Then we can see that we have our initial visualization back. But I still selected Europe, right? So let me unselect Europe and select North America. This doesn't work anymore. If I change that back up here to the filter, then it gets filtered. So this means we can interact between our visualizations and we can define how this interaction should impact the other visualization. So in that case, either with a filter or not at all. Let's keep that filter. Now let me click North America again, like this. And if I now select the left visualization, then you can see that we now have three options in our column chart right here. We have that filter, we have that none, and we have that highlight. At the moment, highlight is selected. What does that mean? So if I press right here, for instance, didn't work, now it works. Then we can see that Asia is highlighted because I selected Asia in that left visualization. We can also do that with Africa, of course, like this. So what if we change that from highlight to filter? Let's click right here. Then we only see Africa. So we only see the selected region. We can try it again, like this. Now we can see Europe. If we select none, then it doesn't change at all. So we can click whatever we want right here. Didn't work, now it worked. Oops, now it worked. And now it worked. So basically, this doesn't impact that visualization at all. But let's switch it back to highlight. And click right again here. So this is also interesting, right? We have, let me just do it like this so that you can see more. So this is interesting, right? We have interactions between different visualizations. We can edit that interactions, and the interactions are different depending on the visualization that you selected. So we only had the filter to the left, and we have the filter and the highlight option to the right. So this is it, what we can do with the interactions. As we are done right here, we can now leave that interactions menu by simply clicking again onto the edit interactions button right there, like this. So as we now did that, we want to take a look at another feature, the so-called tooltips. Because if I select the left visualization and look right here, then we have the axis, we have the legend, the values, but the tooltips, well, we don't have any information in here at the moment. Now, what could that be? Well, to understand that, let me first move the mouse over that line right here, for instance. as you can see, in this box, you can see all the information that we have in our visualization. So the year, the region, and the corresponding population. Nothing more. Now, what if I go back to our fields column and use our population, so that female population as percentage share in the total population measure that we created? Let me use that and drag it to the tooltips, like this. Nothing changed, right? The chart looks actually the same. The only thing that changed is the chart title right here. But the content, no change. Let me move the mouse again over one of the lines. This looks different now, right? Because now we can see that we have that percentage share of the female population also in our window right here. So we have an additional information that is not directly visible in the chart, but that becomes visible as soon as we move the mouse over a certain data point. And this is what a tooltip does. It simply helps you to add some information that you don't want to display directly in the chart, so right here. But if you move the mouse right here, you can add information like that. So we now understood all of the fields that we have in that line charts, right here. But if I select the right visualization, we have the axis, the legend, we don't need it right here, so we don't need a field, but we know what that is. The tooltips, yes, we just learned that. But what about that color saturation right here? Let's learn what that is in the next video.